Hello, this is Dave at TitleSearch.com. This video we're going to talk about the top 5 errors that we see made when somebody is running a title search. In most cases this will be done by a private individual or maybe somebody who's not a certified title searcher, doesn't know some of the details on actually how to run a search. The number one thing that we see, which is an error in running a title search, is using online records versus official paper documents. The title records that are recorded that evidence events in the history of that property are actual paper documents like this, which could be a lien, a deed, or a mortgage that was one event in the history of that property. Not looking at those documents as paper documents is an easy way to overlook details which could be liens or mortgages or other encumbrances on a property. So using the paper documents in the courthouses, visiting those locations in person is a key to making sure the title search is accurate. Online records may be more convenient, might be a little cheaper, but you're going to miss things on that search which could be errors when the search is complete. The second thing that we see on title searches is not running all the judgment records. In the land records, you'll find liens, you'll find mortgages, you'll find deeds, but judgments against a person which could attach to that property won't be located unless you visit the civil court records office in that county. It may be a civil court, superior court, different venues across the country will call it something different. But getting those judgment records are important because those could result in encumbrances attaching to a property even if they're not recorded specifically as a lien against a property. If it's a judgment against a person, it could attach to that property. So getting those judgment records is very, very important. The third thing that we see in looking at title searches are other probate records. If you're not looking at the probate records office, you may not find things like name changes. You may not find divorces, death in the family, marriages. Each one of those events can affect property owned by people who have a different name if the name is changed through one of those events. So if somebody gets married and their maiden name becomes a married name, you won't find documents which attach to the property because you'll only be looking at a different name. In addition, some of those events will affect the property directly. If somebody gets married, that may affect community property or jointly owned property if that happens. So check out those probate records, making sure you're looking at those documents directly. It may be another step and maybe another visit to another courthouse, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. Make sure you search all names. A lot of times there's other names on a property that won't come up on the first run. If you're just looking at the tax assessor's records, you may find that there's other names besides what's on the tax bill. So make sure you run all the names so you don't leave anything out. And last, read the documents. When you pull that deed or you pull that mortgage, it's a piece of paper. Don't just look at the name, don't just look at the date or the dollar amount. Make sure you read in detail all the terms and conditions on that document to ensure that you get all the terms and conditions. There may be a remainder interest, there may be lien penalties, there may be interest charges that accrue. So make sure you get all those details from the document so you don't leave anything out in your search. Again, doing a complete title search to have it include all the information may take a few extra minutes, it may take a few extra steps, but reading those documents, getting all the information will be the difference between a search that's incomplete and one that has all the information you need to make a decision. If you have any more questions, you can reach us at our website at TitleSearch.com.